This is the quick start guide for your new lightsaber. First thing you do, unscrew the thumb screw, remove the blade plug. Blade plug serves two purposes. The first is it protects your eyes if you activate the saber without a blade in it. The second is it protects the lens from dust and debris and stuff getting in there when it's not in use. Next step is take your blade, remove the dust cap. Make sure that you don't tip the blade up like this or the cellophane could fall out. Insert the blade into the emitter. It's going to be pretty tight. Just twist it a little bit, push it all the way in. Tighten the thumb screw. This keeps your blade from falling out. Never use the lightsaber without the blade plug or the blade in it. This is the kill key. When this key is inserted, there's no power to the saber. Removing this key will allow the saber to boot and you'll hear the boot sound. You have two buttons. You have the main or primary button. You have the auxiliary button. Pressing and releasing the main button will cause the lightsaber to activate. While the lightsaber is activated, you have your swings. You have your clashes. Pressing the auxiliary button with the lightsaber activated will do blaster block. Pressing and holding will do a lockup effect, like if you're clashing against another lightsaber. Rotating the lightsaber quickly will cause it to change colors, and you'll notice that the crystal in the crystal chamber there mimics the blade. There are 9 different color sets on here. You can cycle through it by twisting the blade. Press and hold the main or primary button to deactivate the saber. When the saber is deactivated, the auxiliary button will control which sound font you're on. There are 6 sound fonts on this saber. Each font has its own swing, clash, hum, blaster, and lockup sounds. Pressing this button once will tell you which font you're on. So that tells us we're on Father, Son. If you press this button quickly in succession, it'll cycle through the fonts. So once you get to a font you like, activate the saber. When you're done with the saber, unscrew the thumb screw, remove the blade, put the dust cap back on the blade, take your blade plug, insert it, tighten the thumb screw. At this point in time, you can either insert your kill key to turn off the saber, or if you want to charge your saber, get the charger, make sure it's on 3.7 volt switch, plug it in. While the saber's charging, the light will be red. When your saber's done, it'll be green. This could take several hours, depending on how charged or not your saber is. If you feel the need to change swing settings, clash settings, color sets, add new sound fonts from saberfont.com, you'll need to take the chassis out of the saber. To do this, first I have to remove the pommel. So get a 1/16 Allen wrench, loosen the pommel, and just slide it off. There's a second set screw up here right in front of the crystal chamber. That holds the chassis in place. Loosen that. You don't have to take it out, just loosen it a little bit. And then this thing is pretty tight, so what I'd like to do is I'll loosen my blade plug and push it in. And that pushes against the LED assembly and slowly slides out your chassis here. Now you don't have to slide it out too far if you just want to get access to the SD card. I don't know if you can see this. There's an SD card in there that has all the data on it. It's spring-loaded. You'll have to get tweezers to actually pull it out, but here and then just push it back in when you're done. If you want, for any reason, to take the whole chassis out, just pull it on out. You can get a better look at some of the stuff here. You can get a better look at the crystal chamber and the wiring and all the goodies. When you're done, slide your chassis back in. It should butt right up against the blade holder. I accidentally hit a button there. And make sure your buttons are kind of lined up. Tighten the set screw. And place the pommel on. Get it lined up where you want it. Tighten that and you're good to go. And if you got your blade plug in, you can play with the Saber while it's without the blade in it.